For this new condo building, the name Cosmopolitan says it all. Clifford Tatum was thrilled to move downtown.
When I first moved here 10 years ago, I wanted to live downtown, but it was kind of a ghost town. Wasn't much going on here.
No longer, Seattle is setting growth records. Just count the cranes and the big holes. For Tatum, this one is oh so close.
So it's 18 feet away from the entire west face of our building.
That's right, 18 feet will separate the Cosmopolitan from a new 500-foot office tower. Tatum will lose his view, his light, and his privacy.
I expect to be having conversations with office workers when I decide to open my curtains.
You have a pretty emotional reaction to that. That's just, that's like, wow, like you're in my space.
To truly understand the impact, come up to the roof. Imagine looking out here and not seeing Puget Sound, but a wall of an office building 18 feet away, and it would extend 200 feet higher than where I'm standing. That would cast a shadow over this entire roof garden.
Clifford Tatum says that's hardly what he expected when he bought his condo in 2005. His contract never guaranteed a view, but at the time the neighboring developer planned a much smaller office building. Then, between when Tatum bought and when he moved in, that 13-story neighbor became 34 stories. The city changed the zoning. In the downtown core, tower height is now unlimited. Buildings can be as close as fire code allows.
It's complete disregard for the residents of our building.
The city notified the Cosmopolitan's developer, but says it didn't have contact information for individual buyers.
When I discovered this, I asked the developer to let everyone know that it was happening, and they refused to do that.
We haven't been able to reach the Cosmopolitan's developer for comment. Seattle planners call the situation unfortunate. City spokesman Alan Justad also says this is just the first conflict downtown, caused by close quarters and lost views.
You've got situations, 7 at least, where new towers are going to, if they all get built, will be relatively close to each other.
Among them, a new retail and condo building on 2nd Avenue, right beside the Cristala. This apartment tower on Pine Street will also get a close neighbor, and the city is considering allowing taller buildings in South Lake Union. It's all part of the strategy to bring thousands of new residents to the city's core.
It's climate protection. Getting people downtown close to work and jobs is very important.
But what about lost views? Under city law, private views are not protected. You'll find the same thing in Tacoma, Everett, and Bellevue. That's why no matter where you buy, whether it's a condo or a house, real estate broker Kimberly Brangwyn has this advice.
Don't assume that the way it looks today is the way that it's going to stay.
She says any buyer should use the neighborhood review clause in their contract to visit the local planning office and quiz officials about what the law allows.
Mind reading doesn't come along with the purchase, so you might not know what your neighbors are going to do, but at least you can find out what the zoning would allow them to do.
But what they're allowed to do today could change tomorrow. That's the catch. Just ask the Cosmopolitan residents.
We don't believe that views are guaranteed, but we also didn't expect to have a monster right there.
A complaint we'll hear again and again in a city growing up. In Seattle, Graham Johnson, KIRO 7 Eyewitness News.